Hey everybody, how's it going? So, if you've been watching some of my other videos, I've been going through the Dwarven Forge Kickstarter game tiles, which is now not a Kickstarter anymore, and it's available full price, full blast on their retail store. I wanted to take a moment and actually, I'm trying to play with it to try and get used to actually using the stuff. And like everybody, I try and mix in all kinds of stuff to try and keep it, I don't know, interesting for people to kind of play the game. And I know a lot of people out there, I'm hoping that no one actually complains, oh, you gotta have the theater of the mind. Well, before I lay anything on the ground, I always describe it, and I always have the people describe it to them, and while they're mulling it over, that's when I start either drawing it up, even on a dry erase mat, or starting to set up props, or using game tiles, or not these game tiles, but like the Dungeons & Dragons kind, or pre-painted. So this is nothing but a video of me just kind of pissing around to see how it looks when you use paper terrain with Hearst Arts, some chess pieces, Dream Blade miniatures, and some photocopy paper stuff. And hopefully it will give some people some ideas. Maybe you can write down some ideas. Maybe actually make a video response to this, and I would love to see how they're actually filling their dungeons. But when you look up on YouTube, there is a lot of game crafters out there. And I'm sure if you've actually done any searching, you'd come across the DMG info, and then you have the DM's craft. And when you see some of the stuff they do the 2.5D tiles where they make it out of cardboard and stuff. Sometimes I do that. I don't, or sometimes just instead of using cardboard, I'll use foam core. But they have a lot of good ideas. Like, before I started getting into like the Hearst Art stuff, or even the Dwarven Forge pillars, I made simple tubes, spray bombed it with texture paint, and put that on dry erase mat. So if those are the kind of things that you have, it's still good to have, because when you get down to eye level, it still works as a pillar, and it still blocks view. So even if you have this kind of stuff, you should keep it. Even if you're trying to upgrade, always mix and match, because it doesn't hurt. Like, here's a cauldron from the Dream Blade. Just painted the base black and dry brushed the skeletons and gave it a little bit of a texture. The unicorn head's kind of dumb, but I mean, it totally works. It gives everyone the knowledge that there is a cauldron there. Some of the other stuff, like when you watched videos about Ben's RPG pile, he was talking about using lava and stuff. Well, that's what I did. I used this, and now it totally has opened up to like a whole new level. I made this with nothing but popsicle sticks. Some of the things DM Scotty there has come up with is making spill markers. So that's a electrical fire, and there's your PC that's been trapped in there. And that's just nothing but glue gun and scrap plastic. And then you always have Fat Dragon Games. A lot of people talk about paper terrain might not be the best thing, but you know, it gives you an obstacle on the board, especially if you're going to start getting into 3D stuff, and until you can actually start buying that for real. Some of the pre-painted stuff is more than enough than what you're going to need, and it's super lightweight and works really good, because there's the shells. They're not like the fancy ones that you've seen in some of the other videos, like Ben's RPG pile, because he has the Cadillac of shit there. But sometimes that's all you need, is just a little bit, just to show as an example of what they actually see. Because a lot of people still talk about theater of the mind and stuff, and yeah, but we're in a world where we gotta have a few things, especially depending what game system that you're using. Especially like if you're on 4th edition or something, where a lot of stuff depends on if you can make your way through, or if you can jump up to get combat advantage, and then to have flanking. A lot of these things will affect your gameplay. So if you have invested in the Dwarven Forge game tiles, definitely keep crafting. Check out those guys' channels. You're still going to need props and stuff to actually fill the dungeon in. And don't be afraid to add paper and quickly dry. You'll have to paint a few things, and just everything makes everything even that much better. Sorry about my rambling, but I just wanted to share, just to give people ideas, and I would love to see how people are using theirs. Because I missed out on the Kickstarter, so I only have 2 sets and 2 add-on kits. I don't have the 10 sets that somebody has, so I have to learn how to actually use these tiles. So I'm trying to keep myself at 1 set and 1 add-on set, just until I get the hang of it and see how easy it is to move stuff around and how easy it is to set things up. But I would love to see some pictures or some responses to what they're using to dress their dungeons. Alright, enough of my rambling. Thanks for watching.